Amazon just announced a new AI feature. It's called Help Me Decide, part of their growing family of AI shopping tools. And the idea here is quite simply, based on your browsing history and past searches and preferences, the Amazon AI will now suggest which product will actually fit you best. Yeah, so it helps you decide for the right product.
Let's Talk Marketplace.
The Marketplace podcast with Ingrid Lommer and Valerie Dichtel.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk Marketplace. I'm Ingrid, and as always, I'm joined by Valerie. It's the end of October, and as always at the end of the month, we will give you a short news update today about everything important that happened in the marketplace space in the last few weeks. And I can say right ahead that I'm happy with what we can present you today, because we can offer you a lot of strong new figures and numbers and interesting news.
Yeah, I totally agree, and welcome from my side as well. There were lots of crazy stuff happening in October. New AI moves from Amazon, slowing growth from the Chinese giants, and fresh marketplace launches here in Europe. So yes, Ingrid has really been down the data rabbit hole again, and we are really happy to present this to you today.
Yeah, well, guilty as charged. For our analysis of at the Marketplace Universe, I spent a lot of hours diving into the EU transparency reports, those of the very large online platforms, or short VLOPs. And they map really out how important AliExpress, Shein, Temu, and TikTok have already become to the European consumers. And I could also calculate the penetration rate of each of these platforms per country, and that reveals quite a lot of interesting insights.
Yeah, we really worked hard on that one, and to give you a great overview. And I can't wait to hear what you uncovered. But first, let's kick off with the latest news, fresh from our weekly newsletter this morning.
Yeah, and that is something about Amazon, because Amazon just announced a new AI feature. It's called Help Me Decide, part of their growing family of AI shopping tools. They've got already Rufus and Lens Life and AI shopping guides and stuff like that. And now Help Me Decide. And the idea here is quite simply, based on your browsing history and past searches and preferences, the Amazon AI will now suggest which product will actually fit you best. Yeah, so it helps you decide for the right product. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? I mean, this is exactly what everyone in the agentic commerce space has been talking about, giving users a guided AI-based buying journey. And Amazon is basically saying, wait, we can do that too. So, we also discussed this a few seasons ago, maybe in the last news. No, in the episode with about Amazon vendors,
with Martin,
right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We were discussing what is Amazon doing here in the AI space, and why are they always reacting instead of acting and innovating? And as you say, I don't know.
I mean, it's not like just like reacting. I mean, to work on a new tool, it's not like, oh, we started working last week because we heard it in the news.
Yeah, of course.
I think there's maybe a longer time before they work on, but I would say Amazon became more a huge company, and is also maybe not that fast as it has been, where it always was at day one.
Yeah, well, this Help Me Decide doesn't really sound revolutionary to me, I have to say, because, I mean, come on, ChatGPT can't do that for you, and why should you actually open Amazon and ask Amazon to do that for you if you can ask another chatbot that you are already using daily? So, let's see. Well, but still, now you know.
Yeah. So now the question is really like, is it really an innovation or a reaction, as you said? But it's not really. It's just like life in the US now, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just in the US and not a European story yet. But I think it does show that Amazon is feeling the pressure, with all the ChatGPT's shopping experiments and
Of course.
all the AI search stuff that's going on from Google and also from other platforms like Miracle, for example. So they can't afford to look static.
That's quite true.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I would say let's go on the next news or insights. I would call it more the insights part. Let's talk about number crunching you have been doing with the figures from the EU transparency reports. Maybe you can just explain what the EU transparency report is and what we've done with it.
Yeah, well, those reports come from the Digital Services Act the EU has enforced. And that says that all the big online platforms, so everyone that is reaching more than 75 million users in the EU, has to do regular transparency reports. And there they report on a lot of different things. Normally it's about fraud and about things that or about users that are complaining about stuff. But a part of this transparency reports are is data about the average monthly users in that this platform has in each European country. And this is a data mine. This is really a data mine, especially as these transparency reports have to be handed in a standardized format that the EU has given them. So you have each of them looks alike, and the numbers are you can really compare the numbers because they are all using the same database. And the transparency reports come out twice a year. So it gives you a good insight on how these platforms are moving and which countries they are growing faster and slower, stuff like that. So I've been looking at those.
Okay, so we have like Temu, Shein, AliExpress,
and TikTok. And Amazon,
what
of course.
About Amazon?
Amazon
of course.
too. In this case, I didn't include Amazon in my analysis because their next transparency report is coming out, I think, early November. So
it's not everything at the same time.
No, they're not. Some of them are handing them out for the first half year in June. Some are using or defining the first half year from April to September. So yeah, things are there. They are not really comparable, but it's about twice a year, and they are coming out at different times. So in this case, I looked at the Chinese players, and I started a really big database to put all these transparency reports together. And I do also have the numbers for Amazon as well, but not those for the last half year. So I didn't include them in this first analysis, but it's coming.
So, but if Zalando and About You is like merging, they could also be quite close to the 75 million users.
They are,
right?
and they have handed in.
Is it users or customers?
Users. So users so people that surfing on their platforms.
Okay.
Once a month. That's users. They don't have to necessarily buy. Zalando did try to get out of this classification as a very large online platform. And the EU has cancelled them. They said, no, you are a VLOP now, and you have to hand in a transparency report. And Zalando did hand in one, but it looked different to the stuff that I saw from the other players.
Okay.
So they are not reporting monthly users per country as they should. So I guess this is an ongoing debate between Zalando and the EU, and we'll see what comes out of it. But at the moment, their transparency report is not really usable for data mining in the way that I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's these numbers. And
quite excited about that one.
Yes,
in the future.
I am. It's really great to have these numbers that the platforms are not happy to give out. So they just have to because the EU tells them to. Yeah, and
so what are the main findings you had this time about the VLOP comparison report?
I guess the main thing that really stood out to me was the growth of AliExpress, which is a platform that I don't have on my list.
No,
not really.
Neither.
I actually don't know
it's
anyone.
Always like this unbeloved child you didn't care about.
Yeah,
Because
well,
it's
we know
like
they're
it's
there.
always hanging there, but
Yes.
it's like, but it's like no one talks about it. No one is like telling you, because if we talk with brands, like
Yeah.
no one is telling you like, yeah, we're selling on
No,
AliExpress,
no
and
one.
then
I
I'm
don't
like,
know
okay,
anyone.
no, me neither.
Yeah.
And then if everyone is like, yeah, we're not selling there, then it's like, yeah, okay, why?
Yeah.
How did they came so big?
Yeah, but they are still showing up now. This is when I realized that a bit earlier when we did our updates on the marketplace quadrants. And there, AliExpress turned up in every single one that I did in one of in
Okay.
the main
Yeah,
top
I
five.
remember.
In
Yeah.
the top 5 generalists, and I was like, "Ah, what? Who? Yeah, why?
Mm-hmm.
How?" And then I looked at the VLOG numbers, and there I realized, okay, for example, in Germany, 30% of internet users are surfing on AliExpress's platform each month. 30%
Crazy.
in Germany, where we have
Crazy.
this huge penetration of Amazon, of course, and still 65% around about Germans use Amazon each month. And so 30% surf on AliExpress. And it gets even stranger if you look at other countries. In France, nearly 50% penetration. In Spain, 72% penetration for AliExpress. So this was, I think, the thing that stood out most to me, that there is a platform growing somewhere in the backyard that we don't realize. And they are not, well, I have been noticing now that they are investing in advertisement as well. So there are some some of my stupid mobile gaming apps that I sometimes use, and there sometimes AliExpress is now popping up. It's like, okay, I didn't see them before. Strange. And so let's see what that is about. And if anyone's listening here that is actually selling on AliExpress, please let us know. Because we
Tell us
would
more.
really like to hear some experiences, I think. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. And then, of course, still interesting is the growth of Shein and Temu. They are continuously growing in most countries, but it seems that penetration growth is slowing down a little bit. Especially if I compare those to the numbers that I took from the Transparency reports last year, then growth is still there, but it is slowing down a little bit. And then
What means slowing down a little bit in terms of like numbers? Like how was it last year, and how like what the growth rate now this year?
I as I said, I transferred these user numbers into penetration, which I calculate by saying, okay, one country has that these kind of millions of population, and I divide the monthly users by this population, and then I get a percentage, and that percentage is what I call penetration. And for example, we have in Spain a penetration for Shein of around about 52%. And this is up 6 percentage points from last year. So last year we had
The total penetration.
in total penetration.
Okay.
So penetration points. So that rose by 6 percentage points, for example. And that was this growth of percentage points was a bit higher last year. So it does
Yeah, but
slow
it's
down.
naturally,
It's just
right?
natural, yeah, I think
I mean,
so.
if you start a new market and then if the penetration was quite low, then growth rates are insane. And the bigger you get, the more difficult it will be, and it is to grow and to grow with the same growth rates, right?
Yes.
That's definitely for sure, but that's already a big number. So we did this for which countries in Europe?
Well, I in my big Excel tableau, which is quite a monster. There's all the all European countries there, but we did a closer analysis on Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Poland, and the Netherlands. So
Yeah. And you can read everything, the detailed numbers, the overviews. You get everything on our website, marketplace-universe.com/Chinese-platforms-in-Europe. But you can also just go on our website and go to Insights,
yeah,
and then you'll find it.
Yeah.
or on our LinkedIn. You will find it there too. And you get all the detailed numbers we're talking about and can watch like more detailed your specific country, or if you're excited about Shein or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Anything else to share about this report, Ingrid?
About this report, not, but I would include, as we are talking about numbers at the moment, I have seen some numbers that are fitting my own analysis from a different point of view, and that was about turnover. Again, someone looked at the growth rates of turnover by Shein and Temu. And then I read some happy campers on LinkedIn who said, like, look, growth is slowing down. Like Shein in the last 9 years has grown annually by about 75% in Europe. So, and now in 2026, they're projected to grow only by 6.5%. Hooray! And the same thing for Temu. Yeah, Temu has been growing by 500 average growth rate year by year, and now they're just growing by 13.4%. And now everyone's like, "Yay! They're hitting a plateau. We don't have to really care
anymore.
about Shein and Temu again." That's great, isn't it?
It's like, no, the level where they are already came so far. That's so high. You should really worry and take care about.
Yeah, if they're now slowing down, that just means they have reached a quite high penetration and and a high turnover. And of course they are still growing, and still growing faster than the average European e-commerce, and this is what really matters, I think. Yeah. So numbers.
Hey.
You have to really look in how you interpret the numbers, I think.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
So I would say it's time for our first break.
Yeah. And
For our
talking about
sponsor.
numbers, we have some great insights together with our partner Base on the CEE market. Are you ready to explore a marketplace landscape where Amazon plays second fiddle? That's Central and Eastern Europe. Global giants there, like AliExpress, as I just said, and Temu are making waves. But the local heroes like Allegro and eMAG and Hurika are truly dominating the scene.
Yeah, that's right. Allegro leads the pack in Poland with over 12 billion euro in GMV. eMAG is a powerhouse in Romania, and Heureca has expanded from a price comparison site to a marketplace giant in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. These local platforms are not just competing, they're setting the standard in their respective countries.
And with platforms like AliExpress, Temu, and Shein continuing to grow, CEE has become the perfect playground for e-commerce opportunities. So if you want to learn more, you can join our webinar, Cracking the CEE Code, Marketplace Strategies for Central and Eastern Europe, which is on November 18th at 11 a.m.
Yes, and you can register on our website.
Yes.
So together with our partner Base, we will dive into all the details on marketplace strategy across Central and Eastern Europe. And you will find the link for the registration in the show notes.
Okay, on to the next news story. And that is one for you because this is about Zalando. Zalando has officially gone live in Portugal and has also simultaneously launched its beauty category in Spain. That's interesting. I didn't actually realize that Zalando wasn't already active in Portugal. Do you know why?
Well, so first of all, it's great that they're finally expanding to it. They already said this in the annual report last year that they will expand to Portugal as well. So finally, it's happening end of October or in October. But as far as I know, they just started their online store in Portugal, not yet the marketplace business. But I think it's just a matter of time, and like not a long matter of time, till they also open the marketplace, the partner program for Portugal. And they also launched beauty category in Spain, which is also great. Same topic here because beauty overall, I would say at Zalando is also a more challenging topic in terms of logistics. they were a long time not able to support beauty products with their CIOS and logistic platform, and ZFS as well, because of like so many different logistical standards and challenges which beauty products come with, just like hazard products like flammable goods, etc., glass, heat, cold, whatever. But I think it's really good that they started finally in Portugal, because there are not as many other fashion marketplaces, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I mean, there's basically Wharton, which is a local player there, but
Yeah.
not that big. And then there's, of course, Shein, which has taken over the market
Yeah.
by storm over the last year.
Yeah, which is obvious, because if there is not a competition at all, and if it's the like main and only way possible to buy online fashion, then yeah, people go there, right?
Well, there is About You and has been for quite a few years. So I wonder,
Yeah.
actually, I mean, Zalando and About You, same but different now because they belong
Now.
together.
Yeah.
So I wondered a bit why they are expanding Zalando to Portugal and not just trying to strengthen About You in the market.
Well, I mean, if it's now same, then it's easier for them also to go there. And the thing is, the customers, in terms of like the brands who are selling on About You and on Zalando, they're still quite different. I mean, there's, I think, an overlap of 30%, which I think is quite small. Like giving the background that they are both the like very big fashion online marketplaces in
It's
Europe.
crazy, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really good that they started in Portugal now as Zalando, because brands can easily expand then there, and also for Portuguese brands it's easier to enter. I mean, it was also easy to enter, but before for them, but yeah, now their home country is there. And in Portugal, I mean, there's a lot of like fashion production as well, so there are like a lot of like fashion brands, smaller labels. But I would also say smaller labels are more happy at About You, and they are more open to get small brands online is About You, definitely. We also have a webinar, by the way, about that topic
That's true.
on the November 6th. And so fashion is still like a lot in movement, and still expanding. But we also have to say that Portugal is not the biggest ever market.
No,
So
it's
I
not.
think that's the reason why Portugal came so late into the country
Yeah,
share of Zalando. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Talking about new marketplaces, we've got two other launches to report in October, and both of them were in Germany. The first is Verbaudet, a French kids fashion marketplace. They launched in Germany. And secondly, drumroll, Bauhaus. After, I think, more than 2 years of development, the German DIY and garden giant is now finally opening their marketplace.
Woo-hoo.
Hooray. Can you say anything
Yeah.
about Verbaudet, maybe?
Yeah, well, Verbaudet is the fun one. It's a niche kids fashion, strong brand in France. Easy to get. Why they go Germany? Because it's the closest market and a big market for them. And to be very honest, I mean, in terms of like niche kids fashion marketplaces, it's very rare to find them in
That's true.
Germany anymore. I mean, there's Limango, maybe.
Yes.
But My Toys has gone a few years ago.
No one really
So-
filled the gap.
No,
Yeah.
and then
That's
I
true.
mean, you obviously can also buy baby clothes and stuff at About You and Zalando, but there's like no specialized store in it, and they are not specialized in it, to be very honest. And we have a few other small marketplaces.
Like Baby Markt and stuff, and
Yeah,
Baby
but they are
Vibes, but
but on a such small level
Yeah.
and scale in terms of marketplace business, not in terms of usual retail business, but in terms of marketplace. So I'm quite curious to get in a new marketplace in Germany. Yeah,
yeah.
for that kind of category. And Bauhaus, you have more insights, as far as I know.
Well, let's see if they come too late to the party, to be honest, because I reported that Bauhaus was going to do a marketplace, I think, over 2 years ago, and they had a lot of trouble with the software. I think they changed their provider to Miracle, which a lot of people are doing at the moment. Actually, the same happened to Tesco's. They also they already had their marketplace launched, and in the mid of it, they changed to their software to Miracle. So, and Bauhaus had trouble there, and then they had trouble onboarding the sellers, and it was, I think the whole project was difficult for them. And now they are online, but their main competitor, I think, is Obi, the other big retail chain for DIY in Germany. And they have set their marketplace up and running for over a year now. So, it will be hard to catch up, I think. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to readjust, right, before you think maybe that was not the best decision, but it took them so much time, right?
Yeah. Well, let's have another quick break and afterwards look at a very interesting section of the market.
Christmas is just around the corner, and with it comes the biggest logistics challenge of the year. Because in the holiday season, it's not the most beautiful product that wins, but the smoothest shipping process.
Exactly. Customers expect on-time deliveries, easy returns, and full transparency. So how can sellers stay relaxed when parcel volumes explode?
Yeah, eBay has you covered. With the eBay shipping platform, you can easily create labels online, track every shipment automatically, and even ship parcels without a printer using QR codes. And for higher shipping volumes, eBay Fulfillment by Orange Connex takes care of the entire process from storage to delivery.
And there's more. With eBay's Arrives Before Christmas badge, your buyers instantly see whether their orders will arrive on time. And if you meet the highest delivery and service standards, you'll automatically receive the top-rated service badge, boosting trust and visibility during the most important sales period of the year.
Because in the end, it's not about how many orders you get, but how many arrive happily. Check out eBay's full peak season checklist and shipping tips now. You will find the link in the show notes.
Okay, now for our last piece, let's come to a different market, and that is secondhand. We've got some very interesting news from Refurbed, big Austrian marketplace, so Austrian-based marketplace that is focusing mainly on refurbished electronics. And they just raised 50 million euros to accelerate their European expansion. And it seems they want to take a part of that money to enter the UK market soon.
That sounds like a really bold story.
Yes, I think it is. But no, that's Refurb for you. They are spelling bold, I think.
That's true. Refurb has become the poster child for circular commerce. Done right. Quality control, they do warranty, sustainability, and proper branding. And it's not secondhand, as in used stuff on eBay. It's premium refurbished.
Yes. Yeah. They are really going for this premium segment. And I think Refurbed is a great example on how to build a sustainable and second-hand marketplace today. They entered the market second. The first one in Europe was Backmarket, a French competitor here, and Backmarket is still the leader in most European countries when it comes to refurbished electronics. But Refurbed has really had a great rocket start and have been expanding to a lot of countries and now taking on the UK. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and they came early to the party, and they've done their job pretty well. And now, like you see, electronics, refurbished electronics are quite a huge market. In terms of marketplaces, there hasn't been as many when they started, and now they just go fast. They are also former Amazon employees. So yeah, they know how to scale. Obviously, if they gets so much investments. And what's I think quite interesting is really that they go into the UK, because I would say UK in terms of UK overall is already a challenging market from the Central European perspective, I would say. I mean, we had the session a few weeks ago, the podcast episode about it, and then especially when it comes to electronics and refurbished products. So
Yeah,
it's
you
not
could choose an
like
easier market.
yeah.
I guess. Yeah, but on the other hand,
Definitely.
I mean, Refurb does have to, if they have to scale quickly, because the topic,
Yeah.
as you said, when they started out, they and Back Market were basically the only marketplaces that were selling refurbished electronics. But now the topic has spread so far and wide. I mean, Vinted, which is actually a fashion retailer for used
Fashion marketplace,
they opened their categories to basically everything that is used and also electronics. And there's, of course, eBay, but there's also players, retailer players like MediaMarkt or CD-ON or FNAC that are offering refurbished products. So there is competition coming, and a pure player like Refurbed has to act to stay ahead of the pack. Speaking of all these interesting players, I think we should do a marketplace quadrant or something on.
We is good.
It's our
you.
editor. No, it's not me actually. I handed that to our editor Christiane. It's like, just do a research. Just find out who in Europe is using secondhand and refurbished products, and
But
who's
overall
selling
products, you mean, right?
Yes, for now, I would like to have an overview of all those platforms in each category that are doing secondhand, because this is a very different market. And also, different sellers are looking for platforms here. So, we're working on that. But it turns out to be quite a piece of research, because there's so many platforms now that are offering things like that. So, but soonish. We're on it. Soonish.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
that was our overview for today, I think.
Yeah. Big
So-
takeaways.
Well, we had some great figures with the transparency report. We agree that Temu and Shein are not really collapsing. They are just consolidating in a way, because they have moved so fast already. And we have looked at Zalando and how they are doing in Portugal, and about new marketplaces in different countries. So lots in October.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ingrid, for putting everything together, because we have to be very open and honest. This is all based on Ingrid's research mainly. And our marketplace landscape is more dynamic than ever. It's no longer just about price or reach. You really have to be on top of the game. And it's also not a niche anymore, because sometimes I think if we are on events or something, then we are like, we're talking about the marketplace business. Like, nah, it's not so interesting. And I think like, hey, man, it's like 70% of the e-commerce turnover in Europe. It's not a niche.
No.
but we also have to say that in Germany, numbers are different. Germany is not the 70% turnover share from marketplace business. Maybe that's a challenge for us sometimes on German events. But we're going broader and broader. And for example, we had last week our Marketplace Universe Connect event in Munich, and there came people from 6 different countries. So listeners like you, they came just for our event. It was really, really great to connect all of you and to get so many insights from so many different brands. And
because everyone's got a piece of the truth, and that is always nice to bring all those pieces together.
Yeah, and bring you together to connect with each other, to reconnect because you knew each other from before or from somewhere else. And thank you.
Yep.
Thank
for
you
joining
for joining us, for listening to us, and then moving to the newsletter or to our events or webinars. And we will definitely expand that in the future also to other countries.
Yes.
Sooner or later, because we
plan.
have some other baby news in the future for you. I would say listen to us
Next time.
on all this time and next time on all the different platforms. And
And
see you
thanks
then.
for today. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
You listen to Let's Talk Marketplace,
the Marketplace podcast with Ingrid Lommer and Valerie Dichtel.